Now that he has successfully convinced the US to bomb Iran because Iran was weeks away from having a nuclear weapon, check out this compilation of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu telling us for the past 30 years that Iran is weeks away, and stay tuned for after. You will not believe the other dirt I have on this guy.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Do you remember that massive war that we got into in the Middle East when we invaded Iraq because we were told that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction when he never did? Guess who was the single loudest voice pushing that lie?
There is no question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons. No question whatsoever.
He went on to say that if the US invaded Iraq and toppled Saddam Hussein's government, it would bring peace throughout the entire Middle East.
If you take out Saddam's regime, I guarantee you that it will have enormous positive reverberations on the region.
Believe it or not, in 2002, a Democrat congressman actually pushed back on him and was like, well, we took your advice and invaded Afghanistan, and that hasn't really helped anything.
The way to deal with the terrorist regimes, among other things, was to apply military force against them.
The way we did in Afghanistan.
The way, for example, I want to answer your question.
I guess I'm running out of time, so I quickly was trying to get there. We've done, I think, what you proposed in Afghanistan, yet I haven't seen that sort of neighborhood effect.
Never forget, after the rigged election of 2020, Benjamin Netanyahu was the very first world leader to congratulate and recognize Joe Biden. He wrote a letter talking about how great of a leader Joe Biden is. He chastised Americans who questioned the election results, and he refused to take Donald Trump's phone calls. Here's Donald Trump talking about Benjamin Netanyahu after the 2020 election.
Bibi Netanyahu, before the ink was even dry, to do a message, and not only a message, to do a tape to Joe Biden talking about their great, great friendship. I was disappointed in Bibi, just on a personal basis. When we have an election that was a rigged election, like a third world country election, I think it's a terrible personal trait. I haven't spoken to him since. I didn't talk to him. Fuck him.
Last but not least, the biggest fan in the world of COVID lockdowns, vaccine mandates, and vaccine passports was Benjamin Netanyahu. He bragged about making Israel the most vaccinated country in the world, and here's him talking about how he volunteered the people of Israel to be guinea pigs and a test lab for the Pfizer COVID vaccine.
These vaccines, what do they do to people, not individual people, not with their individual identities, but statistically? What does it do to people with meningitis? What does it do to people with high blood pressure? What is it? You want to know that. So Israel became, if you will, the lab for Pfizer, and that's how we did it.